South Africa. We got an Asian stint where Hong Kong is the showpiece tournament down there. So this is a fantastic event for all the supporters all over the world.
All right, the U.S. Shield final winners over Spain, Kenya and Fiji in the bowl final right now.
Let's meet the two teams here. And really the background of this one concerns the two coaches in many ways. Paul True and Ben Ryan, both out of their previous long-term assignments as coaches, now coaching new teams, Kenya and Fiji, finding themselves here at the bowl final level. And I guess they won't be pleased to be here, Gareth Rees, but this is a good match in prospect.
It is, and look at that, just talking about the event here. One of the youngsters having the honor of bringing the ball out because we are playing for hardware here. And both these nations, Kenya and Fiji, although not in the side of the draw they wanted, they want some hardware to take home.
Yeah, it's a beautiful moment there, my word. And here they come. Two of the teams that really get the crowds going at the IRB Sevens World Tour as it journeys around the globe, and they go out and start squabbling over the ball. Whoopsie, Kenya and Fiji, welcome.
Look at that.
The contest begins before the kickoff. They both wanted the halfway spot for their final commune. And it's all about the contest, the commitment, the concentration, the challenge. That's what Sevens is all about, from the first whistle to the last. And what a nice tribute to the host nation to have Michael Kelly of USA refereeing this bowl final, and a bit of a discussion about which way they're going to play the first half. So the man with the ball here is the captain of Fiji, Osea Kolinisau. As they get ready for the catching, they look like they're wearing Speedo swim shorts when they get them all hitched up like that. This is the bowl final, and it's between Fiji in the white and Kenya in the red. And this is a delicious game in prospect, and one the crowd will really roar for because the popularity of these two sides. Gareth Rees with me in the commentary box. I'm Keith Quinn.
Well, two of the best supported sides here in the U.S. So let's hope they get some space and we get some open field running.
Well, we might get plenty of it. Kolinisau is a beautiful man with the ball, and he's given it here to Mbotia, and there's the first try, Levani Mbotia. Back in the team.
Well, Keith, imagine you're a Kenyan defender trying to get across the field. Ball's taken up, but look at the line of run from Mbotia. He's just cutting against all those red jerseys. Can't turn their shoulders and get in front of him, and he plows through from 10 yards out.
The kicker is Emosi Muliboro, and that's a 7-pointer now for Fiji. Now this guy here, Mbotia, gosh, I remember that wonderful final in 2012 in Hong Kong between New Zealand and Fiji, and he scored with the same headband on, probably a different piece of tape. Ran 50 metres from the kickoff to clinch the game, send the 45,000 crowd into raptures. New Zealanders backwards, disappointed hugely, and a great game going into history. Here comes Kenya coming back at the Fijians. Oscar Ayodi. They've got plenty of runners, plenty of talent. Collins and Jira now with the ball. A brilliant runner, the brilliant try scorer. If he gets clear, hold the phone. Flung out by Vika Adema. There's space out wide for Hobbs, the menace.
Head high tackle called there. I think it was Ratambula. There it is. Set move coming.
Fiji lined up in defense. Collins and Jira, the captain. Vika Adema. Sikuta, Daniel Sikuta. Picked up. Vidi. Bump and run. Going back is Ayodi. 22-meter line. bottom right.
The ball knocked on in the chase there. Interesting, very chose to kick so early after he picked it up. This was the set move, didn't really come off, and bang, man on man. And watch the hand go in and rip the ball out there. There it goes. And very picked it up and kicked really early in the move, but he had support there.
Set.
Number 8, Samasoni Vidi
Out the
Vidi.
tunnel.
He's the grandson of a great Fijian player of exactly the same name
Here's your match.
who lives in California. And last year was here watching the final and saw his grandson score the most brilliant try.
Coach.
And it was a beautiful moment
Bind.
for everyone here and an emotional moment for the generations of that family. I'm uncertain as to whether Granddad is here today. And here is a chance for Masalebu. And what does the referee say here? No, he's brought them back for a ball knocked forward.
Well, there's a lot of Fijians in the stands, very colorful to boot. And also the Samoans, they almost have a competition. Samoans featuring in that fourth game coming up. And Fiji here in the bowl final.
Ben Ryan, the coach, has been calling for very consistent play. Well, they're not getting it with that list of errors that the Fijians have made. 28 of them.
One. Back.
From the mark, says the referee. Kalumi Sau is a real spark. Flings it this time. Out wide to Mulivoro.
Not 10.
Advantage to White as the Kenyans went 10 at that initial attack.
Masalebu. Oh, that man was ahead. Sakuta. And they go again, Mulivoro.
And they didn't buy that one.
Driving in over the top is Vudi Vudi. And number 2 is Masalebu. And now it's with Ratambuli. And he stretches out. So a nice try for Donasio Ratambuli.
Well, pretty scrappy period of play there, but in the end, Ratambuli got the ball. He was tackled short, but one of his options as the tackle player is to reach out and score. So let's see, he's held down, hits the ground, and then that is his right to reach out and score it and get it on the white line, and he's done it well.
Conversion is snapped over. We look at the score now, it's 14-0.
Well, things not looking great for Kenya at the moment, and this is going to be an interesting marriage between Paul True, a very much a detail man with all these Kenyan athletes, and he's got to bring them together, and performances like this where they really haven't been able to string any attack together, got to be a concern for him.
Good catch there by Biko Adema. That's not good free space for number 11, Colin Njira, to show us his running talent. Digging in for the ball.
That's Mark.
Daniel Sakuta. And Njira over the ball now. Just seconds to go till half-time. I know that both of these teams, Kenya and Fiji, were given tremendous send-offs when they left home. Final celebration dinner put on for the Kenyan team, and very positive speeches made for both them and the Fijian team as they departed. High hopes were held for them to do really well here, but this is the bowl final. It's sure it's a final, but it's the third tier final. Not where they wanted to be. Njira up towards halfway. Good defense by Masalebu. Patrice Gunda. There he is with the ball again, number 3. Sakuta. Referee is Michael Kelly from USA.
That's your mark.
Once again, Kenyans off their feet. Give credit to the Fijians here. They're really tying up that ball, tackling ball and all. So the Kenyans can't get their offload game going, and it's really stunted attack right now from Kenya.
There's hard running from Mbotia. Oh, a nice angle found by Kunatane. This is all taking place in time after the siren has gone for the end of the first half, and they might benefit here. It's 3v1. Kulini Sau, and it is going to be big benefit for Fiji as Vidi Vidi is very, very good.
Samasoni Vidi Vidi. 48 tries. That's a lot of work on the World Series. Just a run-in for him at the end, right in front of some of those fans we've been talking about. But that's really on the back, Keith, for me, on the solid defense from the Fijians. They frustrated the Kenyans. They got the turnover and moved it wide for simple run-in.
So the try is converted. And there's the halftime whistle called. Fiji 21, Kenya 0.
What was it done here? Great job. Set. Wait.
Look at that unity. When they're at their best, they're tight and no one can get in amongst them. But when they're not, as we saw in the first couple of days, they're error-laden, a bit too casual, and that's why they're playing in this bowl final. Really the wrong half of the draw as far as Ben Ryan's concerned.
So second half about to begin. Now Biko Adema with the ball for Kenya. This is their record here. They've had 3 wins and 2 losses here in Las Vegas. Fiji, the same record. Now they're trying to take the bowl final. Second half begins. Fiji in the white, 3 converted tries. But straight after the kickoff, here's Horace Otieno.
Finally some possession on the front foot for Kenya.
And you notice number 6 in the headgear with the ball now. Humphrey Kayenge. Oh,
6, come on.
And Humphreys.
Have it correctly on the mark, please, okay?
Very stern words with the referee about the way he might have been nudged, elbowed.
I think he's got a point there.
Yeah.
And even the quick tap didn't look that bad, but he's on the field. He's going to open things up.
And this is brother, Collins Injera. And Humphreys got it again. And could have made a little move there to the man on the outer. But it's Oscar Ayodi with it now. Down it goes onto the floor, cleared away by Odiambo. And there's Injera.
Well, the Fijians are so far offside, it's almost laughable here. They're just taking up the midfield, so there's no way the Kenyans can move the ball.
The referee had a look over his shoulder, but Mbotia is way up in the big, almost a big banana curve of offside, out of the camera shot. And here they come, Adema. That's the 22 he's worked the ball towards.
Hands on the deck first. 10.
Taken here by Sukuta. Injera.
Playing into the Fijians' hands a little bit here. Looking for that contact. Wow. Sort of a bizarre period of play there, Keith.
Crazy, wasn't
3
it?
white.
It was like Mullen wrestling.
3.
So a new player coming on for Fiji now is Henry Senolole. And Mbotia is heading to the sideline.
Mark here.
Or it might be Mulivoro. Mulivoro, I think it is.
That stat we saw there, all of those passes, is just ineffective possession. They're just running one-offs. They're not threatening out wide. They're not getting their big fast men into space. They're playing into the Kenyans' hands, and there it is. The Fijians' hands. Fijians have made 24 tackles.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So this is where the Fijians can be very dangerous from broken play. Doesn't matter how far away it is. And tumbling over the ball is Ratambuli. He scored the second try. 4.5 minutes to go.
Time off. Red 9.
Substitution here. Oscar Ayodi being called off the field.
Come on. Cut back, thank you. One more step, please. One step, please. Wait, 1, thank you.
We'll speak to him. Plays for the club they call Nondis, which is short for nondescripts. Some lovely colourful names of the clubs in Kenyan rugby.
Offside again. Fiji taking away any passing lanes out wide.
Injera. Really occupied a lot of territory here. Michael Agevi, the third brother, is on the field now. There's Injera.
Here's your mark here.
But remember this, Humphrey Kayangi, Collins Injera and Michael Agevi are all full brothers, and they're in the squad of 12. It's a fantastic achievement by the family.
They did all get on the field earlier in the tournament too, so nothing's ever been done before, has it?
No, it's great. And here is that Kayangi without his headgear. And now it's with Adema.
So finally some space.
There's Adema. Oh, there's Kayangi. The big Humphrey. Oh, breakout by Senaloli.
Backwards, Leah.
Oh, intercept here by Collins Injera from the pass by
Advanced game.
Fiji, but now it's going to be a run and try, and they're all lining up, queuing up to see who's going to score. But in the end, it's Senaloli. Henry Senaloli.
Well, was it going to go the other way? And Jarrett reading it perfectly, just couldn't hold on to the ball. There it came in, looked like he was going under the post, but he put it down, and it bounced kindly. So it's been all Fiji. I can't remember the last time, Keith, that Kenya have been blanked. Right now with 0 up on the scoreboard, and Fiji dominating 28-0.
So there's Henry Senaloli. Played in the Fijian 15-a-side team on a recent tour. Very elusive runner. Made a test debut in Romania. I think you had a team up in Romania as well about the same time, Gareth.
Tough place to win.
Stacks coming into the Kenyan team. Well, Paul won't be happy. He's given and is continuing to give so much to the sevens scene. That's
Time on. Who's your mark?
Buyo.
Sure, Mike Friday back in the booth for Sky in the UK will understand some of that frustration from Paul True.
Buyo Sangwa, his assistant there. There's the man that scored the previous try, Senaloli. Oh, out wide. Lovely run by Nakasau. A big, sturdy, stocky man. Gives it into Tuitonga, the New Zealand-based winger. And now, this is kind of what we expect from a Fiji-Kenya game. Fast action, furious action. They move it again. Agevi, number 10. It's gone through the two other brothers to Humphrey.
Oh, what a pass.
What a pass by Humphrey. That's Oscar Umar, who's on the field now. Penalty for Fiji. Nakasau has got the ball quickly. This is the kind of football that Fijian fans at home, it's their national game, remember, and the way the game is played by Kenya. Fast and furious. Senaloli, Tuitonga, those two guys were in the Suva Grammar team that toured to New Zealand as 9-year-olds, and here they are playing together in Las Vegas all those years ago. And Nakasau scores it.
Another one out the back door, the one-hander, been very popular in this tournament. Look at the strength, driving the legs,
10,
powering through. Just the final offload, riding the tackle straight to the line, and total domination by Fiji here in the bowl final.
Someone showed me a photograph of an old Suva Grammar School team for their tour of New Zealand in 1994. That's a long time ago in rugby terms. And this guy, well, Jonah Tuitonga and Henry Senaloli were in the team, and so was Andrew Duratalo, who's playing here for USA.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And as the game kicks off, the siren has gone. Look at that. Kenya been completely blanked, and they continued to try, though, to see if there's just some little crumb off the table for them. And good on them for playing right on through the horrors of the 35 points. But there's a man who seemed to be well ahead of the offside line. Samu
knocked on by White.
And we look to the referee, and it's over. The bowl final is a triumph for Fiji, and it's a blank and disappointment for Kenya. A big winning margin for Fiji in the bowl final.
And I'm with Fiji's captain, Osea Klunisau. Osea, you finished with the bowl. Does that performance and the win make up for the disappointment of yesterday?
A little bit, but it doesn't make up because we plan to win the tournament. But it's unfortunate. It shows how tough the competition is. But we wanted to win the series, so we needed the points in the bowl to just keep in pace with South Africa and New Zealand.
Ben Ryan laid down the gauntlet. He told you were playing for your places here.
Yeah, we're playing for his places because in Fiji, everybody is after you, like you see last year. 35 new caps, so we can change the team entirely on next tournament. But I'm glad he did that because it made the boys work harder.
And what do you need to work hardest on between now and Wellington?
We just need to work on our timing, on coming in on racks. I think we improved on that on today, on our mistakes against Australia and New Zealand. What we needed to do was execute and be clinical in what we needed to do.
Thanks, Oscar.
Thank you very much.
Wobbling over the ball, let's see. Kenya and Fiji, welcome.
Look at that.
The contest begins before the kickoff. They both wanted the halfway spot for their final commune. And it's all about the contest, the commitment, the concentration, the challenge. That's what Sevens is all about, from the first whistle to the last. And what a nice tribute to the host nation to have Michael Kelly of USA refereeing this bowl final. And a bit of a discussion about which way they're going to play the first half. So the man with the ball here.
The youngsters having the honor of bringing the ball out because we are playing for hardware here. And both these nations, Kenya and Fiji, although not on the side of the draw they wanted, they want some hardware to take home.
Yeah, it's a beautiful moment there, my word. And here they come. Two of the teams that really get the crowds going at the IRB Sevens World Tour as it journeys around the globe, and they go out and start.
South Africa, we got an Asian stint where Hong Kong is the showpiece tournament down there. So this is a fantastic event for all the supporters all over the world.
All right, the U.S. Shield final winners over Spain. Kenya and Fiji in the bowl final right now.
Let's meet the two teams here. And really the background of this one concerns the two coaches in many ways. Paul True and Ben Ryan, both out of their previous long-term assignments as coaches, now coaching new teams, Kenya and Fiji, finding themselves here at the bowl final level. And I guess they won't be pleased to be here, Gareth Rees, but this is a good match in prospect.
It is, and look at that, just talking about the event here.